Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started early because there's not really any reason to continue waiting. So, last time we had some friends from background noise on to discuss the to basically do a version of our podcast. But that last time we were going through some of the Colosseums because we horribly failed the last fight with the Vice as the final battle. So now we're going to go through and finish clearing out Colosseums and then attempt that final battle again. That is the plan, at least. First, I'm going to finish... I was in the process of... Oops, not summary. Good grief. I was in the process of purifying all the remaining Pokémon that we had caught from various final battle fights. So we're going to actually do the final purification process. Get us started here. Nice little montage. Everyone's favorite part of a stream. And then we'll go back to crushing noobs in various battle facilities. I think we only have... I finished the Pyrite and Finnick City Colosseums already. And I think the Under is the only one that we can do before we get to the post-game. Then we get the Deep Under, everyone's favorite. Because the Under, the Colosseum built in the black market town that's underneath the criminal town isn't bad enough. We need to go to the Colosseum that's built underneath the Colosseum that's in the black market town that's underneath the criminal city. That's what we need. But unfortunately we don't get that until the post game. No, we're not going to use Grand Bull on our team. Good grief. Although that would fit with the aesthetic of only using dogs. No, I'm not going to use the admittedly fairly cool bug either. Just my microphone. Ooh, we learned Drill Peck. Excellent. Oh, no, hold on. That was not intentional. Stop that. Go away. Yeah, Skarmory is a fine name for Skarmory. Alright, disgusting looking cow. It makes us mildly uncomfortable every time we look at it. For no discernible reason. Obviously. Yes, milk drink. That thing that cows are known for is drinking milk. Of course. Of course. No. Although, Into the World Dog is pretty cool. And then we also have Hellhound. Good collection of good dogs. Okay. Nope. None of you. Whoever is driving their motorcycle outside, if they could cut that out, that would be appreciated. Alright. Doggo. Bug. Bird. I just realized that this is one of those times where it would have been faster to just hit deposit on each of these sequentially instead of moving them around, but that's okay. We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents over here. Nope, that's... Oh, I can't just not have anyone in my party. What's the worst that could happen? I think the worst that would happen is I get into a battle and the game doesn't know how to handle it. I just did the thing, like, whatever. Houndoom. I think Tropius is already good. Yes. And then Metagross is not even close. No problem. Rui, get out of the way! Good grief, this is not... things I will not miss in future games are sidekicks that actually take up physical space on the map. Or following characters, I don't know what you want to call it. Pains in the butt, that's what we call her. Alright. Not planning to use Tropius either, although it actually wouldn't be a bad fit for the team other than the fact that Tropius is fairly weak, unfortunately. It's sad but true. Alright. Alright. Do. Okay, this time I'm gonna do this. No. Good grief, Joe. You. It's okay. We fixed it. Alright, so. You. And you. And we're just gonna bring the good old boys back onto the team as well, because they deserve it. And then you have the experience share, because I was thinking about using Altaria, but I decided to use Flygon instead, because Flygon. Item deposits. Man, I really miss the convenience of future generations where you can just move the items around. Oh hey, yeah, I've been gone for a bit. I was doing other things. I went and visited family for... What the heck? Good grief, I can't talk. Apparently I still can't talk and push buttons at the same time. I was visiting family for a while, so I took a break from that, and then I decided to move into the evening because I was going to have, like, an actual job where I had to do things during the day. But good to have you back on. Let's see. I think... I'm sorry. I know how... Hopefully you can still enjoy listening to the stream, and you can still enjoy listening to my nonsense during the evening instead of in the day. But I understand that my role as a streamer is... No, I'm not gonna give up on streaming. As long as I have one person who could chat with me, I will enjoy continuing to do streaming. But no, I understand that my role as a streamer is to provide endless entertainment on demand for people who want to watch it. So don't worry, I understand. I've let you down, and I'll have to make up for that. Alright. we're gonna go beat up some noobs. I mean, I was joking too. It's all part of the fun, right? Alright, I'm gonna save, because I don't want to have to reorganize the... Good grief! I don't want to have to reorganize the boxes. No, when I said that I understand that my purpose is to provide you constant entertainment on demand, you assumed that I was just being 100% literal and serious? Although it is always amusing when people who normally get sarcasm don't. I always find that amusing. Alright. Oh no, he's oh, what? You can't defeat the hero? Also, I am not a hero. I don't know if you've ever met Wes, but our preferred solution for problems is explosions, so I don't know that I would characterize us as a hero. But, sure. Alright. Back into the old... Give him the old razzle-dazzle. Oh, I know I let you... He's characterized... Yeah, he's literally an anti-hero then, right? He's characterized as an anti-hero, so he's literally not a hero. Anti meaning... not. I mean, I guess if the kids want to call us a hero, then that's their business. If they want to make poor decisions with their lives, then who am I to judge? Anti-heroes are people who do bad things with good intentions. Although I don't know. I guess we were assuming things about Wes's intentions. Like, he does go. He leaves the evil team. Does he leave because he doesn't want to work for them anymore because he doesn't like what they're doing? Or does he leave the evil team because he wants to go be evil on his own? These are things that are left up for us to decide. He's either, if we project, I mean, you know, he's a player avatar, right? So he has the motivation that we project onto him. And whatever my motivation is, that's Wes's motivation. So my motivation is to absolutely humiliate people who think they're better than me, obviously. I think that's implied. I think it's implied that he didn't really like what they were doing, for one reason or another. Especially because, like, when we meet Rui, she finds out that he worked for Team Snag'em and then immediately re-accepts him. So I'm assuming that there's, like, an understanding that because he left, he didn't like what they were doing, and once he realized what they were doing, he decided to leave. Something like that. Although, again, like I said, I've proved that I'm the hero by beating up this noob. Good to know. True, that is true. He did. Yeah, we did talk about that. We talked about how he clearly at least loves his dogs. Because... So you beat Venus. Big deal. Don't be too pleased with yourself. I mean, in fairness, if I remember correctly, Venus was a little bit difficult. Yeah, he clearly cares about... He clearly is capable of compassion. We can say, like at the lowest level of assessment, we know that he cares about his dogs. Which is good. That's better than nothing. And then he also cares, I guess, we could make the argument that he cares about Pokemon in general enough that he stopped working for Team Snag'em because he thought it was bad for Pokemon. Yeah, now we're stealing from bad people. You know, so that's two wrongs make a right, right? Isn't that the famous saying? Everyone knows that two wrongs make a right. That's the West saying, yeah. It's okay to blow someone up if they try to blow you up first. And so it's okay to steal someone's pets if they stole their pets from someone else first. This is the West way. This is the way. Do 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 do. I suppose in a vigilante way, I would agree. It's probably if someone is mistreating animals, then it's okay to like, and you can't get them to stop. Then it's okay to take those animals from them. That's actually how my parents acquired a dog. Sort of. Actually, it's how we've acquired both dogs that we had growing up, was people mistreating doggos and my parents taking them in. So, and also we are in an area where there is no law enforcement, there is no pest control, there is no people to report them to. It's like kidnapping a kidnapped kid. Yeah, if you're like, that'd be an interesting. Yeah. Because again, first of all, we're in a place where there is no law enforcement. Excuse me, there is one police officer in one town, and then there's his boss. And they're completely incompetent. So, like, technically, I guess there's a police force. Technically, force. But like, yeah, we're in a situation where there's effectively no rules, so it's... Is this the right thing to do? Is this the morally right thing to do? I guess so. We're talking about... I love it. I love talking about... This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy talking about. Using Pokemon as a metaphor for, like, real-life moral situations. When is it acceptable to go and steal someone's pets? I think that corrupting them, turning them into evil, shadowy monsters, and artificially closing the door to their heart is probably... I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think that is probably an acceptable situation where you can steal someone's pets away from them and then try to fix them. Haven't had a lot of experience with that in real life, but I think they would probably hold. Yeah! I mean, I feel like that's almost exactly what happens. There's a scene when you first show up in Pyrite Town, right? Where the police officer is interrogating someone, and the guy blatantly and obviously lies to the cop's face, and the guy is like, well, I don't know what to do, and then he walks away. Because he's completely incompetent and ineffective. And then you receive the scene of that same character, like, saying... Haha, I got away with it. So... Don't do that. Or else. Or else what? Or else I'll tell you not to do that even harder. Oh no! Truly, I have been stymied by your threats. Maybe Wes is the only competent person. I mean, Wes is the only competent person in this game. That's just facts. Like, somehow, like way back, Rui's grandfather has a level 50 Pikachu and loses a fight with a level 30 Shadow Hitmontop. That's like a scripted fight that we have to watch in this game. How do you lose that fight? When you have 20 levels on your opponent, how do you lose that fight? Obviously they're incompetent. And then the villain teams are like mildly competent, but not actually good. Yeah, the kids in the Under who are able to retrieve, you give them a hard drive and then they're able to retrieve a perfect rendition of all of the Shadow Pokemon and give it to you. Like, that's, I mean, I know that it is something that you can do. It's something definitely beyond my, I wouldn't know how to do that. I'm impressed. So, I wish I had a Shadow Pokemon. No, you don't. You wish you had Shadow Pokemon. They're not any good. Yeah, no, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the kids. The kids are very impressive. So we got... What are they... I feel like they have a name for their group. Like there's a nickname or something that they give themselves. Mistress... Okay. Are you just a Mistress Venus stan here? Or are we something for Venus? Is that the play? I know, right? That's I actually thought that too. Because I only saw the word and I was like, wait, do we have another character named Venus in this game? No, her personality is that she's devoted to Venus. That's it. That's her only personality trait. Which is a choice. That is a choice. I'm not gonna shame anyone. Character-wise, it makes sense. I mean, we are in Venus's base of operations here, so it would make sense that this would be the place where you would find a bunch of people who are still dedicated to her. You know what? We're gonna go for... No, why the heck? I didn't want to use Rain Dance, I wanted to use Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam. Oh, well, it's not gonna matter. Oh. What the... Did Thunder miss? Right? What? That was... yeah. Venus, yes. Venus is the Roman version of Aphrodite. I see that you are also, in fact, what the heck? Where is my full restores? Do I not have any? Ah. Interesting. That's unfortunate. I guess we're just going to, not heal our Pokemon. Anyway, I see that you are also... What? Did I just, like, look right past it and not see it? Am I blind? It was... Let me just attempt to read this. It says Espeon, okay. Turn into a grandpa here. Oh. Okay. No, so your description, Aphrodite wants everyone to love her. If you're prettier than her, you die, and she likes shipping people so much she started a war. It sounds like you are a fan of overly sarcastic productions and are quoting some phrases that Red has used. What the... Oh, it's right there. I see. Okay, there it is. Okay. I am blind. So it's not that I was blind, it's that I was looking in the wrong area. But we found it. We figured it out. Yeah, I can understand wanting to be an Egyptologist. Like, especially the... Especially the, like, tropey, cinematic version of an Egyptologist, where every other weekend you're finding a new pyramid where there's a bunch of mummies inside that'll try to eat your face because they come alive because of ancient Egyptian curses. Which is inaccurate. That really only happens every other month, not every other week. There aren't that many cursed mummies running around. Yes. You simultaneously invent/discover a card game that ancient pharaohs and magi used in order to steal each other's souls, and turn it into a children's card game, as most people do. This is the obvious play. I forgot how Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a wild show. And then, you know, if you're Pegasus, then you carve out your own eyeball in order to replace it with a metal eyeball that allows you to see into people's brains. Or you solve a puzzle that has the benefit of making you become possessed by an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who can't remember his own name. This is a benefit. This is the good outcome. No, wait, hold on. I can be smart here. I can trick you. Was he not? Was it involuntary? I know that he received the eyeball from someone, but I didn't remember that it was voluntold upon him, i.e. someone forced him to take it, regardless of if he wanted to or not. Admittedly, it has been a few years since I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, we're trying to get rid of this Gorbis, and here we go. We can do this. I loved it as a kid too. It was great. I mean, I love strategy games, and I appreciate anime, and I appreciate people getting overly dramatic about things that aren't that important. And people getting overly dramatic about children's strategy games in the medium of anime, that just checks all the boxes. Good grief. Alright. Well, we're gonna bring in Metagross. We're gonna see if a disobedient Metagross is able to do anything for us here. Well, certainly is able to take a lot of hits. Okay. Do that to you. And what does Shadow Rush do to Kecleon? What type is Shadow Rush? Oh, okay, it doesn't activate color change. That would make sense. Favorite things is when Ashizu fought Kaiba. Oh yeah, I remember, because that's can't remember all of what happened in that fight. Okay, Shadow. I've discovered. I know that Shadow attacks bypass the type check for dealing super effective or not very effective damage, but I didn't know what effect it would have on Kecleon's color change. Like, would it return it to normal, or would it just not care? And apparently the answer is it doesn't care. Okay, that is extreme and unnecessary. We did not need to get hit 5 times by Fury Swipes. That was uncalled for and unnecessary. Okay, we're gonna hit you with the thing. And hit you with the thing. And I would like you not to punch yourself in the face, Metagross. No. Did I need to pay more attention. I'm getting... Yeah, we're gonna lose the... we're gonna lose Leon because I wasn't paying attention. No, we're not. Question is... No, we are gonna do... I'm not gonna lose this fight. I would rather use the items. Yeah. Good grief. I assumed that with 50-50 odds, well, we know what assuming does. Gets me punched in the face. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because it was, I assumed that the way that it worked is she sees the most probable future, and then I can't remember why Kaiba doesn't he get a vision of himself in the past or something, and he like sees himself. He sees the priest version of Kaiba using the he sees himself using blue eyes. And so he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna do this, because she put a card in his deck that cursed his obelisk or some nonsense, because that game did not obey the rules of actual Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. I'll sacrifice... I see that you have also watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. Which... that's the last time I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Was when I watched the Abridged series. Which I don't know. I was gonna say I mean I enjoy Abridged series because I enjoy making fun of things that I enjoy. So. Okay. Leon, if you could land your toxics, like, most of the time, that would be helpful. And if Metagross could not flinch and not be confused, that would be nice. Bomb placed by a tribute. It's a trap that destroys a monster. It's tribute summoned when it attacks. Yeah. Did you look that up just now? Please tell me that you looked it up and that you didn't just have it memorized. Nope. Oh, you actually knew off the top of your head. Okay. Confuse you. Fair. You know what? We'll allow it. We'll allow it. What I will not allow is... Oh, good grief. Metagross! Oh no, I can't even heal him now. Good grief. Now Googling. Okay. To make sure you know what the thing is. To make sure that you got it right. Okay, we're gonna just do this. And I'm gonna scream your name. Metagross! Okay. Cool. Okay, if you would... No. Don't bite me. Rude. I did not ask for this. It's uncalled for. Insubordinate. And churlish. Hmm. It's called Blast Held by a Tribute, and has the following effect. When a opponent's monster that was tribute summoned declares an attack, destroys as many face-up attack position monsters they control as possible, and if you do, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. That was... Yeah, that's such a... Is that a real card? Like, that's not just something that they made up for the show. That's an actual real card that actually exists in the game. Good grief, that is such a highly specific situation. When a tribute summoned monster declares an attack... Good grief. Yeah, no, it's fair. That's... They do usually become real. That's just that... Normally they... And normally they're like... Oh crap, he's already paralyzed. I didn't even notice that. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to... We're gonna use Umbreon in the least efficient way possible, which is actually attacking with him. It's not how you're supposed to use Umbreon. But I think I've got this fight on lock. I think, isn't the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the creator wrote the manga, and the first, like, cycle or whatever, first arc of the manga was just a bunch of different games, and he created the idea of Duel Monsters as one of the games, and then people liked it so much that they thought that it was a real game that he was referencing, and so they had to create the game in real life because people liked the fake version in the manga so much that they were willing to pay money for it. And, I mean, who's gonna turn down free money, right? So, which is also explains why that game is just a complete mess. Because it wasn't created from the ground up by someone trying to make a decent game. Oh, okay, they didn't think it was real, they loved the idea so much that they wanted to make it real. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, slightly different cause and effect, but similar, I mean, same end result. And that was actually a fairly difficult fight. I'm impressed, street performer Krebel. You put up a good fight, and you failed Mistress... You know, I would say that you did not fail Mistress Venus. You put up an excellent showing, and you should be proud of yourself. Yeah, well, that's a different issue. That's a whole different set of problems. We don't have... That suitcase is too big to unpack, so we're just gonna set it to the side. Well, I will be having a new entry soon, but first I'm gonna go and buy some more full restores. I'm going to use all of that cash that I just acquired to go get drugs. The best use for cash, children. Actually, don't buy drugs. If you have kids, don't have them do drugs. Have them play Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Because then they won't have money for drugs. It's just as addictive and slightly less dangerous to your health. It's still such an inefficient... Yes, I know. Why not build a bridge? Well, the reason is because they need an excuse for why you can't immediately get across. Because there's a healing station and a save station there, and they don't want you to have access to that area yet. So they need something there to make it so you can't get across, and then they also they want this to be a node point from which you can go to other places. So the reason they don't build a bridge is because it's for the game. You can build a bridge across the massive drop. You just need a competent team of engineers. Which, in fairness to them, we have already discussed how there are no competent people except for Wes in this universe, and therefore they would not be able to build a bridge because they wouldn't have any competent engineers to build it. So, it's probably for the best. Okay. This is why I didn't see the full restore before, is because I thought I had the revive and the full restore here at the top, and then I didn't see them, so I was like, oh, well, they're not... I didn't see them, so they must not be there. Because object permanence is an illusion, object permanence is not real. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Obviously. Good grief. Wes... There we go. Yes, I would like to knock some people out. Yes, we will give it our best and go for the gold. And then other various idioms as well. Alright, hopefully round 2 will go better. How weird is it to have someone run around with a girl falling behind who doesn't talk at all? Rui talks. Like, Wes doesn't have any dialogue, but Rui does talk, so... It's more weird that there's a guy running around who never talks, who's being followed by a girl who does all of the talking. And who also is so just hopelessly doe-eyed innocent who doesn't know what's going on in the world. So easy to push over that she somehow got herself stuck into a sack and then kidnapped. And then immediately latched onto the first person who helped her. Because obviously if you get someone out of a sack, then you must, that person must be a good person. Couldn't possibly have ulterior motives. Stops reduction of abilities. Not gonna be helpful I think. Rui is a bird, confirmed? I mean, we talked to a guy, what's his name? We talked to some guy in Ege Village, and he thinks that Rui is a Torchic. So, yeah, Rui is a bird. Confirmed. He says something like, "Aren't you Yugen's Torchic?" So, I'm convinced. I'm convinced that she's actually a bird. A hot bird that evolves to kick people. And punch them. Blaziken can learn punching moves too. A KFC, self-made KFC that evolves into KFC that fights back. Bum bum. The path to Venus wasn't easy. Wait. Do you get to... Ooh! Excellent. Okay. Now the Flygon that I added to the team lineup ahead of time is appropriate. Excellent. Now we just need to teach it Earthquake. Eventually. I know that the TM is in the game somewhere, I don't know where it is off the top of my head. Doesn't matter what Pokemon you have, the toughest trainer wins. Well, I would assume that the Pokemon would determine how tough the trainer is, or a tough trainer will have better Pokemon? I have questions. Yeah, Delphox. That's fair. That is something I was wondering about. Is there, like, I don't think that we get an explanation for why Rui can see Pokemon auras, do we? Do we get a... Do we get an explanation for that, or is that just something that, oh, she's weird? Cool. You know, some people are born with... I don't know. I was trying to think of something that would be comparable, and I just completely blanked. Yeah, some people... Yeah, some people are just like that. Some people are just weird. Just closer to Pokemon. Yeah, well, that's probably not inaccurate. Considering other pieces of Pokemon lore. Ash can talk to Pokemon. Well, Ash is a Aura Guardian, or he can see Aura, or he can do something with Aura. I can't remember exactly what the term is for what he can do. But he does have magic powers. So, although he only has magic powers for like a movie and maybe an episode in the anime. Because, you know, who cares about continuity when you're just making a weekly TV show for children? What kind of nerd cares about continuity in that sense? Me. I'm that kind of nerd. I'm the kind of nerd who watches shows so he can understand the cool lore behind them. I'm the kind of person who doesn't mind when we have the exposition episode to explain how everything works in the universe. And kind of wishes that more shows would do that, even though I understand other people don't like it as much. Actually, the pot of greed can now let me draw 3 cards. Why? Because I said so, that's why. Because shut up, that's why. Crap, what's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge phrase? What is it that Kaiba says? I can't, it's because I have money. How is it? Crap, I can't remember the quote. Screw the rules, I have money. I think is the phrase. I think is how he says it. Screw the rules, I have money. I don't get to see Venus anymore, and it's all because of you. I mean, I didn't kill her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's screw the rules, I have money. No, we didn't kill her. Like, he said we don't get to see Venus anymore, and it's because of me, but I just beat her in a Pokemon battle. We just killed her confidence at being Venus. We didn't even destroy her confidence that she's the prettiest one alive. Like, we didn't destroy her confidence of her beauty. We just destroyed her confidence at winning Pokemon battles. And at having the best dog around, because we stole the best dog from her. Which, admittedly, she had tortured and closed the door to its heart, so... we just suplexed her and went about our day. Yeah, we had our fiery bird lady that follows us around kick her repeatedly. And then she wasn't a problem anymore. For some reason. For some unexplained reason. Don't you... Oh, wait, no, Solar Beam isn't going to do anything. It's raining right now. No, Signal Beam. That's what... Never mind. You think this game has one of the best twists in any game? Which twist are you referring to? Are you talking about the mayor at the end? Because that's... Like, if you don't know that's coming, that's actually pretty surprising. Yeah. Because, like, we have... The closest comparison would be Team Flare in X and Y, where, you know, there's the reveal that Lysander, Lysander's secretly the leader of Team Flare, but it's not a surprise at all. Yeah, this is where it's pulled off well. Like, other twists is, like, they're obviously telegraphing it. Like, here's this character that's clearly important, and you don't know why they're important, but they're obviously important, so they're probably the villain. But, like, the mayor is just, he's just there. And, you know, we have that interaction, right? We have the interaction between him and Nazcor, whatever the guy's name, whatever the second-in-command's name is. And the obvious conclusion there is that the villain guy is threatening the mayor for, you know, power or control of the town or something like that. And we're like, oh, we're gonna go check in with the mayor, make sure he's okay, and also let him know what's going on. And then nothing ever comes of that. Why does nothing ever come of it? Because we told the villain that the villain is villaining, and the villain's like, I'd already know that I'm villaining. That's my job, but I'm gonna pretend that I care. It's good. That is good. Excellent twist. Yeah, right. Like, he makes it seem like he's happy that you're there saving him. Or he's happy that you're there in general, I guess. Which is actually, like how you should act. Why are these people cultists for Lady Venus? Makes it seem like if we were there, yeah, it makes us feel like we saved him. Yeah. And so then we have affection for him as much as we remember him. Like, I don't know how many people, like, remember the mayor throughout the story. I'm sure that... What is up with the obsession with Venus? Why are so many... Why are, like... What is going on with these people? Go get another hobby. There are other people that you can worship. Yeah, because... Yeah, we completely forget about him because we go and we meet... There are other people we can worship like you. Oh, well, I mean, I guess if you're throwing your hat in the ring. Is that how it works? Is there like a sign-up sheet? And you're like, potential cult leaders or potential cult objects of worship, and then you put your name on the list, and then people can, like, take your application or whatever, and then make you the cult leader, or make you the object of affection for the cult? Is there a formal application process, or is it more of a, like, you know a guy who knows a guy kind of thing? I make cults sound like a school club. I mean, what's the difference, really? Cults would actually probably be more fun than a lot of the school clubs I was in. Not actually condoning joining cults, kids. Don't join a cult. That's bad. We're joking here. But yeah, you... No, I'm gonna go all the way with this. You have to fill out the paperwork. You have to get one of the teachers to sponsor you. And you have to, like, say, okay, we're gonna be meeting after class from, you know, 2:30 to 3:30 on Wednesdays. We'll have a sign-up sheet for who brings snacks every week. There you go. Or, excuse me, we'll have a sign-up sheet for whose mom buys snacks for everyone every week. That's how cults work. Now we make a sacrifice to Lady Venus. Yeah. We need a lamb by Tuesday every week. Steven, we have a problem. Last 3 times it was your turn to bring a sacrifice to Lady Venus. Praise be her name, worshipful that she is. You forgot to bring the sacrificial lamb. And the rules are 3 strikes, you're out. Which means you get to be the sacrifice today. Don't worry, you don't need to worry about passing your tests anymore. you're going to be put to a higher purpose by ripping your entrails out and having your blood trickle down the altar. This is canon. This is canon in Colosseum. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Me losing here is a huge setback. Do you also go through the tournament? Did the people I'm fighting go through? Also, that was the final battle? That was so much easier than the last one. I mean, the final battle. The final for that round. Well, I'll take $8,000, please and thank you. Alright, well. It makes sense that they also have to go through the, like, a tournament bracket. And it just so happens that every time we challenge the bracket, we end up fighting the exact same... Well... They do a clever job, right? Because there are 4 different times that you can go through it where you get better prizes. We just see our journey through it, but they actually have final 4, 8, 16s. They actually get every time. I wish I could have shown my cool battle. Lady Venus is still alive. Like, you could still show her. She just doesn't care. She actually doesn't care about you. Also, every time we go to battle, there just happens to be exactly 16 people. That just happens to be exactly 15 other people already interested, so that we can join in the group and make it the full 16 for a 4-round bracket. It just perfectly works out that way. Our next job is kidnapping Venus and showing she's still alive. Yeah? Shouldn't be too difficult. All we need to do is have Rui get up on like a platform and have a bunch of people pointing to her and declaring her the most beautiful person in town, and then Venus will just appear instantly to say, hold up now, that's not allowed, and get all jealous. It's like Beetlejuice, but you summon Venus instead of summoning an unstable demon. That's actually not helpful. No, it is. It is. It is helpful. Okay. Do 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 do. Yeah, I do. Because we even saw her. Because we could have fought in this Colosseum before we fought in Real Gym Tower. And in Real Gym Tower, we have to fight all 4 of the admins again, including Venus. So she is definitely alive. Like, we could have fought this Colosseum and, like, you know, we know that scripted dialogue, right? They're going to say the exact same thing each time, so... Yeah, does she appear? Well, she appears. She doesn't appear in this Colosseum. I think she appears in the Deep Colosseum. This is the Under Colosseum. She appears in the Deep Colosseum if you didn't get her Shadow Pokemon, so you can get Suicune. You have a second shot at Suicune. So, like she's still. I think you actually fight her anyway. I thought you fight her. I'm glad Lady Venus wasn't here to watch me lose. Yeah, that was a pretty disappointing loss, buddy. That was not a fight. I thought my understanding is like you fight all 4 of the admins anyway as the final battles in each of the runs sequentially. If we're talking muscles, Venus doesn't have a thing on me. That is fair. Venus is on her list of attributes, I would not say muscular is one of them. And also, that sounded like someone who is about to get kicked out of the cult. She's the only non-cultist. No, she's a cultist, but she's like she's not really that committed. Like, her friend made her join because her friend didn't want to just go to the meetings by herself. She wanted there to be someone there that she knew. And she's like, all right, I guess I'll go with you. And she's like, you know, I'm not thinking this cult thing isn't for me. Like, me being here means I don't get to spend as much time at the gym. So, and anyway, your cult leader, Lady Venus, isn't nearly as buff as I am, so why would I care? So she's about to get kicked out. Okay. That's just rude. Oh, thank you for the follow. It is a very pretty move. I mean, it is based on the Aurora. Let me see if I can say it. It is based on the Aurora Borealis. There we go. The Aurora Borealis. So, it has every right to be that pretty. No? Paralyzed. Good. Serves you right. Although I need to replace Aurora Beam with Ice Beam, since it's just strictly better. And I think I can get the TM in this town. I think that the guy in the shop sells Ice Beam TMs. So we're gonna check that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And drown them. Excellent. A flawless victory. I think I've well redeemed myself of very nearly losing our first final match. Muscles don't mean a thing if I don't win battles. I mean, like, you still have the muscles. Not like, oh no, I lost a Pokemon battle, so I lose all my muscles. Yeah, she's like I said, she's not really a member of the cult. Like, she joined the cult technically, but she's not like actively a member. You know, she's not actively involved. One of those people she's one of the people that showed up on like the first meeting of the year and put her name down on the list, and then decided, whatever. I gotta work out instead. We're just gonna take out the jump bluff with Aurora Beam straight off the bat. I think that's the play. Okay, that's just rude. Especially because we don't get any benefit from the attack boost. That's just rude. I love the battle music in this game. I love all of the battle music. Obviously, Mirror B is the best. Okay, we're gonna switch out Thor. We're gonna switch out. We're gonna send in Freon and Aurora Beam again. But yeah, all of the music in this game slaps. Is there a reward to completing all the Colosseums? The feeling of accomplishment for having 100% completed the game. And also, every time, the first time you complete each run at the Colosseum, you get TMs, and you only get the good ones that are actually worth using on the higher levels. I can't remember which ones I get when off the bat, but off the top of my head, but that's the in-game reward for beating them, is that you get access to the good TMs, and it's the only way to farm money. But I'm doing this because I'm a completionist, and I have to do it. Alright. Yeah, Mount Battle. Yeah, the goal for this playthrough is to get through, is to do 100 wins in Mount Battle with 100% purification. That is the goal, and get Ho-Oh. But because the total Pokemon count assumes Ho-Oh as one of our Pokemon. We're still, I mean, we're at the. There's only one battle left in the main story, and then we just need to go through all the post-game stuff. The reason I'm doing this now is because I needed to grind up, because I was woefully underprepared for the final battle. Now, I feel like, if I remember correctly, because I've played this game, I've beat the game once before and got to the point where I could do the Mount Battle run. But I think the post-game is just a whole bunch of nonsense. It's just a whole bunch of running around, getting told that there are shadow Pokemon in different places and having to go track them down. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Might be a little bit frustrating. And I think we just punch you in the face. And by punch you in the face, I mean electrocute you. Yeah, that's fair. Play the final battle gauntlet and started at Gale of Darkness. That's what a normal person would do. That's what a sensible human would do. I am not one of those. I wish I... What about that fight that we just had convinced you that having a shadow Pokemon was a good idea? What about that fight told you that you needed a shadow Pokemon to be able to win? How would that have helped? Answer, it wouldn't. Trembling town to... The Colosseum is above trouble? I don't even know what you mean by that. Okay. Sure. Do. Ooh, exciting! Congratulations. Finishing a semester in college. How much more do you have to do? No idea. No, okay. But I'm gonna do it. Hey, you know what? That's a can-do attitude, and we appreciate that. College is confused like that. Alright. Fair enough. And don't listen to anyone who tells you to go back to school after you graduate. That... I am a person who attempted to go... Oh, we just used Parrot Song. That was, I'm not a fan of that. That's rude. Also, actually, helps us. Never mind. I attempted to do grad school. Don't. Unless you have a really, really, really good reason to. Yeah, don't do it because someone else says do it. Yeah. I mean, if you are in a position where you like, I have this very specific thing that I want to do, and in order to do that thing, I need to get this specific degree, then, like, obviously do that, right? Because you said I want to do this specific thing, and this is what I need to make it work. But if you're in a position where you're like, I don't know what I want to do, and someone told me this might be a good idea, that's not the play. We're just gonna... The play is to shift your doggos for other doggos. That's what you should do. If you don't know what... If you're in a position where you don't know what to do after graduating, exchange your doggos for other doggos. And if you're unsure of how that makes any sense for your situation, don't think about it. Yeah, there you go. See, you understand. Replace your pets every 4 months. Like an oil change. Hey, you hear that, Ganon? We're overdue for an oil change. I need to change you out for a newer model. Change your major every semester. That seems like an excellent idea. What? Okay, if by change your major you mean you have two and you pick you oscillate between the two, you could maybe make that work. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could maybe make that work. Let's see. We're gonna confuse you. While you'll learn a lot of skills, you'll also learn a lot of, like, you'll learn even more random, useless knowledge than you learned in high school. Okay. Oh, the rain stopped. Okay, so... No. Switch in Aphrodite. And confuse the Stantler now. Is anyone on this plane a doctor? Yes, in several different fields. I'm not an expert at any. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But yeah, you are right, Hazel. You'd be stuck in a bunch of 100 and 200 level classes of just you would take every different type of entry level math, every different type of entry level science class, every entry level music, language, history class. You would be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I could see that as something... If you're a person who really enjoys learning, I could see that as something if, you know, you have a bunch of investments where you have enough money invested where you can live off of it, and so you go to college for fun to just keep learning. If you like learning, that's called a hobby. Yeah, well, I'm saying you could, in theory, make going to college a hobby. But good to talk to you again. No, you don't want to make going to school a hobby. No, that's not the play. I mean, I do tend to agree with you. I would rather just have a book on a subject I'm interested in and read it myself because I care about it, as opposed to going to class and taking exams on that. Nothing kills your interest in a topic faster than having to sit there in class taking exams about it. It's the opposite of fun. Oh, no wonder we weren't killing anyone. We've got light screens up. Okay. Also, I think I should have just confused Raid again, but oh well. Alright, we're gonna bring in the metal boy, because the obvious solution to a poisonous ball of gas is steel, obviously. You know, I used Confuse Ray because I didn't know how much damage Shadow Rush would do, but I realized I probably should have just Feint Attacked instead. And we probably would have ended the fight. But, oh, well, no, never mind. That almost ended it. That almost did it for me. Alright, let's put this... No, good grief. Metagross, get your act together. Good grief. Bum bum. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're disappointed. Street performer whose name I've already forgotten. Alrighty. I battled fabulously. Thank you. Well, I do everything fabulously. I'm very disappointed. Well, we all are. We're all very disappointed, Sir Zarek. Alright, okay, that was our third win. I need to go pick up some machines. I'm gonna need to pick up a specific kind of machine. A technical machine. Pretty sure I can get it in this shop. I'm pretty sure the one I'm looking for is in this shop. Let us find out. Is that it? No, crap. I can't remember. Okay. I need to look it up. Because instead of telling us the names, Ice Beam TM Gen 3. Ice Beam is... It's TM13 in every generation. Well, that's not good, because I don't see it on the list. That's unpleasant. That's not what I want to see. I want TM13 in Generation 3. And I want to know... Oh! What? I thought we could buy it. Well, that's just rude. Now I'm really disappointed. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I'm gonna go take out my frustration on some noobs. Beat them up. This is called a healthy coping mechanism, children. punching people in the face because you're upset is a healthy coping mechanism. Don't. I shouldn't have to add that I'm being sarcastic, but I'm going to anyway, because that would be the thing that someone would take out of context. Alright, let's go back. Alright, this is our last fight in the Under Colosseum. Let's see if they can put up a good fight. I'm not really expecting them to put up a good fight, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't care who my opponent happens to be, I always win. I am going to call nonsense. I'm going to call you a liar straight to your face. Actually. So. How do you like that? Go, Thor and Aphrodite. Two characters who famously got along and fought side by side, obviously. Right there with Ishtar, yes. Thor, Aphrodite, and Ishtar. Although, I thought Ishtar and Aphrodite were, like, maybe the same person. Like, the cult of Ishtar colonized an area, and then the people from that area colonized an area, and that eventually spread, and that became Aphrodite. Am I incorrect? Or do I know what I'm talking about? Does my pretend knowledge of mythology check out? I mean, I'm gonna just assume that I'm right until someone proves me wrong, because it's usually how I operate. Wait, the fight's over? I thought you said you never lost. Different religions, so they might share some similarities as religions tend to share and compare and regret others. Yeah, it's okay. So we don't... I thought... I was under the impression that... Because, like... Aphrodite's myth is that she shows up from the sea, and the reason why she was born out of the sea is because... After Pokemon, I love Lady Venus the most. Good grief, we're back to the cultists. Ishtar has war connotations that are more similar to Athena, but it's also fertility and love. Yeah, but if Aphrodite's worship in Sparta includes her as a war goddess, like there's a reason. In the Iliad, the gods make a very specific point of saying that Aphrodite does not belong on the battlefield, and the theory amongst mythological scholars is that the reason Homer has that line in the Iliad is because he's making a point about the current state of the religious practices, like how Aphrodite is in some areas worshipped as a war goddess and in some areas not, and the whole point is that he's saying this is not the right way to worship her, because she has war goddess connotations, and because the theory is that she actually her worship is derived from worship of Ishtar. I don't know if I'm right or not. I could be wrong. I could be completely making this up out of nothing and pulling this out of nowhere, but I am 75% sure that I'm right. Which is good enough for me. It's good enough that I'm gonna just say it on the internet. Although you bring up Athena, so that could be that... It actually, I don't know how long Athena worship goes back. It's not inconceivable to me that Aphrodite and Athena were split from Ishtar. That I have no idea if that's a credible setup. Makes sense in my head. Inconceivable. Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Good grief, Kadabra! You're not that special. Just die like the rest. You're not that special. Nobody likes you, go away. Okay. It does look like a bit of a Greek reboot of Ishtar while trying to separate out the war side. Yeah, see? Never any doubt. There was never any doubt that I was correct. Kadabra, you're not that special. Stop it. There we go. Ha, see, you bonked yourself on the head with your spoon because you were too big for your britches. A phrase that doesn't make any sense at all, but whatever. I fell in love with you. Excuse you? You stay away from my dogs, you weirdo. Alright. Venus should have pumped up her muscles more. You know, you're the second person to talk about how she wasn't that strong. I'm sensing a theme going on here. Also, you should pump up your muscles more, and by pump up your muscles, I mean evolve your Combuskin into a Blaziken. What are you doing with a level 57 Combuskin? He evolves into Blaziken at level 36. Did you just keep leveling him up, and kept accidentally hitting the B button and not noticing? Good grief. How did you get this far? Alright, that is uncalled for. Insubordinate. I've already made that joke. You know what, we're just gonna try to muscle through it. We're gonna see what happens. Probably not gonna work. Oh, hey, it worked! Look at that. Rampant negativity coming in for the win. I don't know if... Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting it to KO. Would have been nice if it did, but Gust is such a weak move, and Suicune has basically no attack. Oh, and now we have Leech Seeds. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. I think we killed the Breloom. Either way. And we're definitely gonna kill the Misdreavus, so. There we go. Excellent. That was a disappointing semifinal battle. I was expecting more. You're good at battling, but build your body too. I feel called out for my weak, spindly arms. It's the Facebook meme. I'm in this photo and I don't like it. Alright, rollerblade kid. I don't care about some woman named Venus, but I sure would have liked my own shadow Pokemon. Why? Nobody... Shadow Pokemon are not good, kid. Shadow Pokemon are not good. They're weak. Disappointing. If this bodybuilder spent more time training their Pokemon, then they maybe would have been a tougher fight. Yes, exactly. You know what? We're just gonna go for it. What are the odds that Wildfire uses Mirror Code? Yeah, like, in the real world, yeah, you should be training your body. But this is the Pokemon world. All of the world's problems can be solved by having your animals fight them. Fight those problems. So, nothing else matters. Just have your animals be better at fighting things. Oh, would you look at that? You just killed yourself. Good job, Bennett. Yeah, I said, what are the odds that Wobbuffet uses Mirror Coat? Apparently 100%. Ah, the Bennett isn't dead. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Okay, this is what we do. We're just gonna try to outright kill Wobbuffet. Okay, I think we do it. I think that we kill it. Because of how much damage we did last time. And at least we also took out Bennett, so... we made progress either way. Yeah, okay, we're good. Need to lift something heavy, catch a Machop. Need to bite right. Just about anything you can fit on. Can't swim, catch a sentient starfish or shark or jellyfish. Exactly. Right? Like, what? Why do we don't need moving crews. We just have we have Machokes or Vigoroths to do the moving for us. Go get a horse that's literally on fire and become friends with it, and you can just ride that into battle. Or a dog that's literally on fire. Or actually a dragon. You can get an actual dragon and ride that, and I guarantee that's going to be faster than taking the train. Or Onyx. Or Hunter, yeah. Oh, we're confused and cursed. Good stuff. I have not seen someone riding a Hunter in Let's Go, but now I kind of want to look that up and see how weird it is, because that does sound very weird. I don't even know what that would look like. That seems very strange. Oh, we need to send in Metagross so we can calm him down. Because you can't... How is it? Hunter should be fast. Like, Gengar is fast. I mean, like, stat-wise. I would assume that they would make it so that the stats correlate to the movement speed. That's what I would do if I was designing a game. Although, in fairness, the Pokédex entries don't correspond to the stats, so what do I know? Cue meme of, like, Latios and Latios are faster than jet planes, and then Perugly is faster than both of them, and it's just a fat cat. Well, that was rude. And uncalled for. Nope, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, Slugma being literally hotter than the sun. That's really ridiculous. I can't remember the exact number, but yeah, it is literally insane. You would evaporate if you were standing next to it. Not hyperbole. That you would be not. Okay, this is the play. The play is other doggo. You can't tell that literally children wrote the Pokédex. Yeah, or it's like Alakazam has an IQ of 5,000 or something ridiculous like that. No, that's not how IQ works. Hey, that's my trick. I'm planning to use Toxic on you, that's why I brought out Leon. Don't do that. Don't. You dare use my... Ha! Got him. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter? Alright, Metagross. I appreciate that you going into hyper mode allows me to get you to open your heart gauge faster, but I would rather you just didn't. Like, I understand the benefit of it, but I would rather you didn't. Evidently, it cannot be reasoned with. Alright, let's use some... Oh, I already used Shadow Rush instead of calling it, because I didn't even... I already forgot the fact that I was complaining earlier, and that ended up working out great. Yeah, there we go. Bum bum. Winning wasn't possible. Actually, you know, you put up a reasonably decent fight. I'm impressed. I'm proud of you, kid. Alrighty. Alright, that is all 4 rounds of the Under Colosseum. And I think that is literally everything that I can do before... everything that I can do pre-post game. So, let's see. Do we want to make another crack at the final boss? How late is it? No, real gym tower. I think the answer is yes. I think, first of all, I'm going to... Oh, you know what I should have done while I was there? I should have gone and bought more healing items. That's what I should have done. Yes. We're gonna go back. We're gonna ride around, we're gonna drive around in circles here. Because I have a bunch of money, and I don't want to lose all that money when if I lose to the final boss. Which I probably will. Yeah, I've got $60,000. I can't lose that. Let's buy... Sure, let's buy 15 full restores. And then as many as we can buy here. Yes, thank you. Excellent. Wunderbar. That was not correct at all. That... Alright, let's go. I think I'm gonna just get it set up, get us all the way into the tower to where we can go fight the final boss, and then I'm probably gonna sign off for the night. Because I am an old man who can't stay up late. Nope. Let's go back. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna go through the stupid maze-like structure that you have to run through every time, because instead of putting in a shortcut to make it easier to get through after you've already beat it, you gotta go all the way through everything every time. Because the designers of Pokémon Colosseum were very good game designers who knew how to build good games. If you thought it was good game design in a game like Skyrim, where every time you beat the final boss of an area, you unlock a door that lets you get back to the starting area a lot faster, you were wrong. That's not good game design. That's just them being lazy. It's lazy for them to design their dungeons so that they loop back in on themselves and make it easier to get out. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. No, I don't want to talk to you, Silva. Go away. Good grief. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There should be a... Oh no, the save point is downstairs. I forgot. I'm assuming they healed my team. Yeah, they did. Okay. What? Why? Why did I do that? That was unnecessary. Alright. I even checked and saw that they were actually healed. Good grief, what is wrong with me? Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. That is going to be it. And next week, whenever I stream next week, we're gonna do the final battle. We're gonna see if we can actually beat Vice. And depending on if we can beat him first try, we'll do some post-game stuff as well. But that seems unlikely. Until next time, bye!